Good evening or morning.
All right.
How are you, sir? All right.
Good, mate. We're late. What's going on?
Oh,
Oi. Hello.
I'm getting echoes. Hang
Are you?
on.
You had that last time, yeah?
Yeah. Hang on. I'll come back in. Wait a minute.
All right. It's up. I'm on. Oh, God.
How many times can you hear me, Karen? Hold on.
What's that? I can hear you, all right, I think. You're gone mute now, mate. What are you doing?
Let me try this. Yeah, no, I'll God. Right. There's something definitely going. Anyway, can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's a bit low, but I can hear you.
Right, let me give it. Let me see what's going on in the chat because I want to see if anybody else is getting echoes and stuff.
Yeah, I can't hear any echo goes up. So.
It must. Hang on. Hold up. How's that? Let me see how that is. Can you hear me?
Yep.
No, I've just got to quickly change over. Right, now I should be able to hear you.
You can hear me all right?
Well, I am definitely getting echoes.
I'm not.
Yeah. I'm hearing myself about 3 seconds after I say something.
I don't know, man.
So,
I'm
anyway,
not a technology expert.
Oh, no, I can't hear you now. Oh, for goodness sake. There we go. Oh, mate, I ain't no expert. Don't you worry about that. Right. Right. Okay, let's see who's in the chat.
Do you want me to go out and come back in again in case it makes a difference?
The only way is Essex. Yeah, go on. See if that makes a difference. Yeah, please.
All right.
Okay, sorry about this, everybody. We've just got a slight technical hitch going on here. I don't know what's going on. I hope you can hear me. I'm hearing myself. Right, bear with me. Okay, I'm back. Let's see how that goes. Right, Kieran, come back in, mate, because I know you're there somewhere. I don't know what is going on. I'm still hearing myself. So it's got to be. Oh, well, right. I'm just going to have to live with that. Anyway, right. So I don't know where Kieran is. We'll have him back in a minute, no doubt. Okay. So anyway, Essex. He's no. Oh gosh, I ain't even got my glasses on to read that. It could be Ings back in the next transfer window. The old school Burnley supporter didn't want him. He said that Ings was great for Burnley and should never have left, but he is no longer any good for Burnley now. And he answered your question before you even asked. Right, okay, go for the youth. Right, SL2TE. Ah.
All right, mate.
Right, Kieran, I am going to be hearing myself twice, so I'm only I'm hearing everything twice. I don't know what's going on. I think it might be
Obviously, something to do with your mic as it goes on.
anyway. Carry on, mate. Freddie's World, Des Anton. Good evening, sir. Apologies, he fell asleep. He can't hear any echoes. I don't know what's going on. It's just must be me. Right.
Yeah, I think it's only you, mate. I don't know what. That's why I just jumped down to through on the telly. Like I could hear you loud and clear on there. It's just.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Well then, hang on. Let me do this then. Right. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah. Can I hear you? Oh, no, I bloody can't. That didn't work. Bear with me. Oh God, this is so frustrating.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. You can hear me. I can hear you. Can I?
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can. And I'm hearing myself twice. Do I know what's going on? Yeah. Anyway, let's carry on. Let's go with it. Who else is in the house? Steve Tiley. You've budgie some cuttlefish. Who else is in the house? Sheriff 2's in the house. Sounds like the budgies are out. Yep, it does. It always sounds like that when Kieran's here in the morning.
Yeah, they're echoing.
Let's have a weather report, Kieran.
Steve, do you know, is that Steve on it? Yeah, mate. We've had a few days of rain, mate. Steve, it's much needed. You know, it's calmed down the bushfires. So we've had a few days. It's starting to brighten up again today, but nice and cloudy. Cooled it down a bit too. So yeah, all good. So it'll be a nice 28 degrees today. Up cloudy, and the odd shower. How's that?
Hannah is saying, thank the break is over.
It's disastrous, isn't it, that break?
Yeah.
It's, honestly, I couldn't even, I tell you what, you know, I'm bad enough with Moyes, right? You know what I feel about him, but Southgate's worse. He's turned me into not wanting to watch England. I don't want to watch the game. And I used to love getting up in the middle of the night here and watching an England game or early mornings. And, yeah, I look forward to it. Now I just don't even want to watch it. It's so boring. It's so crap. And the amount of talent he's got in that squad, it's unbelievable. So yeah, even Southgate can outperform Moyes when it comes to boring you to death.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry about the little delay in my responses, mate, but I am really struggling to hear everything. Papa Puff's in the house. Glad you can all hear me. Thank you for that, everybody. Amaret's in the house. It's just me. It's just me. I can hear everything twice. Where's Budgie's mirror? Right in front of me, actually. I've got one right there. I've repurposed a dressing table with LED lights in it. I've taken all the diffusers off it. Loads of light. Love it. Love it. Love it. Loud and clear. Hi, Helen. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Helen.
Steve, so happy to get back to West Ham. Fling pass down until the next break in March. Steve saying the same thing. Any updates on Bowen? Yeah, he's shagging Danny Dyer still. One break every 4 Premier games is absolutely ridiculous. Is that what it's worked out at? Every 4 games? That's terrible, isn't it?
It's madness, man. It's just too much football, isn't it? It's as simple as that. And I wouldn't mind if, England's group every time it's just a joke. It's so easy. It's so ridiculous, Yeah. It wouldn't matter who's in charge of that team, you'd get through that group. And they're boring matches to watch. As simple as that. It's too much football, to be honest.
Mate, they're horrible to watch.
Yeah. And then we get all this crap coming back at us. We went into it being the lowest injury-prone team in the league, and now everyone seems to be falling apart. And the one geezer isn't injured. He's only not injured because he went on a piss. He got a good old night, which makes me like him even more, Mr. Soufal. So yeah.
I wonder if that might have had something to do with it.
She's still bouncing around, the noise, yeah? Yeah.
No. Oh, yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah, it is, yeah. God, I hate it. Right. Yeah, so my picture is a bit blurry because of the camera I'm using. I've got this horrible little thing, and Kieran's using like a 4 million megapixel phone. So,
mate, mine's just an average Samsung bloody phone. There's nothing.
Yeah.
My boy told me it's like shit. So
I went out and paid about 35 quid for this camera, and it's a bit blurry and not very good.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Kieran, will you do me a favour? Will you talk about something for a minute and let me bugger off and come back? Because this is fucking the life out of me. Yeah?
Yeah, to that, Ross. Yeah, right.
Whatever you want to talk about, mate.
What's Van saying? The way we play is so exciting, it is, isn't it, really? If you were a neutral watching West Ham, you might actually enjoy the game. And you're almost guaranteed bloody goal. Hey, John, we need you here, mate. We've got echoing, we've got lateness. What's going on, bro?
I fell asleep on the couch, Kieran.
That's all right. I actually predicted that. It's a bit late for you boys, isn't it?
I've been trying to message Budgie, but I don't think he's seen my messages. And I said, I said, go into your settings, Budgie, and click. Budgie, if you can hear me, mate, go into your settings and switch from your microphone you're using to your earphones microphone, and then he won't hear it.
Right. No, yeah. Hopefully he's going to have a look at the message then. Might figure it out. Because that would be annoying, wouldn't it?
I've figured it
He's gone
out.
black and white now, hasn't he?
No, not quite. I've gone and figured it out though.
Budge, go to the microphone setting.
Yeah.
Right, and switch your microphone setting to your earphones.
Oh no! I've done it now. I've done it. I've sorted it. I've realised what it was. I had YouTube running in another window.
Oh, you bloody nut job!
Yeah, he's sucking so unprofessional, Anton. Like, I'd be sacking him.
Right. Okay. Right. So let's get back to the chat.
I'm gonna love yous and leave yous, Kieran. But
Yeah, you go back to sleep. You go back to sleep. You're the one who pissed it up. You cocked it up in the first place. You're not do one.
None two.
Oh,
right. Okay. Take care. Oh, God,
well.
right. Yeah. So loads of chat about the international. Peter, Budgie is blurry. Kieran is whatever. That's because I've got a shit camera. All right, and that's the reason for it. I've got a shit camera. Oh look, Peter said Rag and Bone Man's right. Mr. Bong's in the house, even Bong.
Shame me.
Yeah. Sorry about the confusion earlier as well, Mr. Bong in the chat. Yeah, Steve agrees with you. Look, sack me.
Getting it
what's
now.
going on with your hair, geezer? Glad you're on stage. Bong, now to do with your technical abilities now. Right, okay, right. Let's get on with a bit of chat about. I'm going to start that one so that I know where I was. Let's get on with what we're going to get on with. Let's get on with a bit of chat about. Right, I had to play that because I feel like I've refreshed and restarted. Right, okay.
Yeah, let's start from the beginning. How you doing, bud?
All right. I'm all right, mate. Yeah, good. Nice to know there's only one of you and one of me as well. Let's start off with chatting about the team selection for the weekend. Let's have a little ponder upon it because they're saying there's going to be no Antonio. They're saying that there's a good chance there's going to be no Bowen. And now we're looking at Kudos being a doubt as well.
He'd be
Even
okay.
Though he did play last night, didn't he, Kudos?
Yeah, he did.
He played about 25 minutes, I think it was, something like that.
I think he's got a little niggling back injury he's had for a little while. So if he's played... Yeah, if he played last night, he brought him on for the second half, I think, or most of it. He'll be right, mate. He'll be right.
Oh, I mean, we can't have our entire front line decimated in one game. We'd be fucked completely, wouldn't we?
We got Danny Ings. We'll be right, mate.
Danny Ings. Oh gosh, yeah, we'll always be all right with Danny Ings, won't we? Don't be.
Well,
like that.
I see Anton put the thumbnail out there. You got youth or experience, and maybe both. You know what I mean?
Well,
we could be forced into a situation. Why not have both up there and play as a two? Mubama might help Ings, and Ings might help Mubama.
I think that them two might work well together because of the height difference, the speed difference, and the technical ability of Ings. I mean, he has got some technical ability. I mean, he's not as good as he was. We all know that, but he has got some ability. He just hasn't got the pace anymore. And to be fair, he's not. He's not the striker he always was. He's got to be really and truly. He's got to be an impact striker. Not that he's much of an impact, but you know, he can't be getting 90 minutes for sure, really, can he? Kieran?
No, it's not much to look forward to if he's going to start. But this is why you have a squad, and maybe you should use them more and get the best out of them, or play to their strengths. And we don't do that with him.
Yeah,
I think we've tried it once.
If Kudos is fit, I would say that there's a good chance that he'll start.
Yeah.
There's no reason why he shouldn't. He started in other games, so good chance he will start. You know, there's no reason why he shouldn't start. None at all.
Yeah, Kudos should be all right, man. You're losing Antonio, and every chance you lose Bowen. So we've got to figure out which way is the best to go to score against bloody Burnley. Take it is. Could even play Paquetá in the middle, up front, and Ben Rama on the left.
I wouldn't want to play
Kudos on the right.
I would still want to keep Paquetá in that 10 role. I would put Cornet out on the left and Ben Rama out on the right if that was the case.
I'd love to see Cornet start again, because I can't even judge Cornet. I've just not seen enough of him at West Ham. I've seen that Burnley. He was bloody good.
Exactly. And you see him when he was with, was it PSG? No. He was with a French team. Can't remember which team it was now. But Marseille, maybe. He was good with them. Really good with them. And, you know, we just haven't seen enough of him. And we got to. We need to start seeing him now.
He's like a mystery signing. I don't know what to think.
I mean, people are in the chat. They're saying, you know, please don't start Ings.
No.
You know, Burnley, no home wins all season. West Ham rock into Lancashire Saturday, so you know what's going to happen. Yeah, they'll get their first home win.
Yeah.
Hammers Mikey says Moyes out. I think there's a lot of people that might agree with that. Again, doubtful as well. Hamstring. Oh, for God's sake! Thanks for that, Steve. Oh, really?
Yeah, no.
But that's all right. Don't worry. We got Big Dinos. He'll be all right.
Yeah.
And we got at least one person in the chat that will agree with that. See,
Alvarez scored a winner for Mexico last night.
Yes,
or this morning, whatever it was. Good move.
Oh, Bongo, you are going.
Yeah.
I want to drink whatever it is you're drinking, son.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't write that off, because that's even an option, playing Souček the centre forward or as a false nine or whatever you want to call it. Because nothing would surprise me.
If he's going to play, I would rather play him like that. Yeah, as a 9. Not what is a false 9? I suppose it's a player with any other number on his back, isn't it?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Just a made up. It's a made up phrase. Just for not playing an out forward and sitting deep. He really does it at the moment. Souček comes in like.
Yeah. Anyway, Hammers Mikey says, Steve Tiley, West Ham, the gift that keeps on giving, handing out points like sweets. Alvarez will be knackered after a long flight.
Yeah.
Well, they're all going to be a bit knackered, mate. Cornet doubtful as crushed nuts. Peter, you're mad as bloody box of frogs, mate. Pete, he doesn't have to get up at the crack of an 8-hour shift. I don't buy into players being knackered first class players. Yeah, no, but there is a time zone thing. It can bugger you up. Do the Rent boys in the house? The Rent boys are in the house. Rent boys? Who's the Rent boys? Oh, well, I know who I call the Rent boys. But still earning hundreds and thousands. Yeah, true.
It's not as hard as it's going to be after December, the amount of games they've got. So I'm going to have to get used to it and just shape up.
Yeah.
It's what it is.
Then,
If you want to be in all
at the back
competition, playing the
Yeah.
Premier League, you're going to get this.
Yeah, 10 at the back, Souček in attack,
Yeah.
a Moyes wet dream.
Yeah, Mikey.
Cornet scored some cracking goals at Burnley. He
You
certainly
sure did.
did. He scored some brilliant goals. He got some fantastic assists.
You got options. West Ham have, when it comes to going forward, West Ham have got options. You could start Cornet up front. You can start Ings up there, Mubama. You have got options. Their problem has been this season is conceding goals. We're conceding way too many. That's where we need to shape up more. I think we've got goals in us all over the midfield. Yeah. And the front.
That siren weren't annoying enough. Can you ask him to go back round again?
I think that was an ambulance.
Was it? Oh well.
Yeah, it's an ambulance place not that far away.
Forgive me for my ignorance. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I'll ask him to turn it down, mate.
Yeah. Ings has shown such quality, not with us, but in the past. Wish he came straight to us after Liverpool. That would have been a good shout, mate. Yeah.
It would have been good then.
Yeah. Cool. Imagine. He would have had to have dealt with Philippe Anderson then, wouldn't he? Yeah, no, that wouldn't have been such a good pairing. Whoever is fit and available to play that gets a chance. We'll be up for this. The better game out of the next three. Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. Hammers Mikey, one-legged blind pirate on a skateboard would be more useful up top than Ings.
Yeah, well,
just agreed with HH. Well, you have to agree with her, mate. Otherwise, she's just gonna kick you out of the group. And you know, you got to remember, she's a spanner in here, mate. She's a spannerette in here. I'd rather Mavropanos than Ogbonna. Oggy's too slow now. Yes, he is, and he is beginning to show some cracks in his armour, some chinks in his armour. He's letting people get past him far too easily. He made mistakes in the box, cost us a couple of goals. Scored one of them. So yeah, I agree. Ogbonna's okay for a desperate. Like, I don't mean to be rude. He's been brilliant. He has been brilliant, but now the chinks in the armour, he needs to be. You know,
I can say that about all of them, though. I can say that about Aged, and I can say that about Zuma, because as a pairing, they don't look good enough together.
No, but I reckon that Zuma and Mavropanos will be a damn good pairing.
Possibility,
I think it will. I mean, you look at Zuma; he's brilliant getting up in the air. Mavropanos ain't got far to go to get up there, you know. So Zuma's really good on the floor at tackling and stuff. I think Mavropanos has shown that he's got, you know, a decent tackle in him. Put Ings in a two up top for a few games and may see his talents again as a striker. Yes, and this weekend we're going to do that. This weekend against Burnley, it's got to be with Mubama. Got to be, because I think he's the only available forward that we've got that is suitable to play alongside Ings. Him or Antonio, they're the only two that can. One of them needs to hold up the play. Ings can't do that very well anymore. You know, he's lost his game. Doubt it. Yep, doubt it too. 16 hours or so. It will take Kudus to get back. He will be jet lagged for sure, but they know how important this fixture is. Yeah, so the good thing is he'll probably sleep for most of that 16 hours anyway. Have you seen, actually, before I go on, needs to come home now? Yeah, 4-Nails, yeah. It needs to come back in. I like him. I've always liked 4-Nails. Have you seen the new Emirates sleeper cab they're doing now on that A380 Airbus? On the top floor, they got 5 bedrooms now instead of first class.
No.
Yeah,
hang on,
5
mate.
bedrooms.
Something must have happened because there's sirens going off everywhere. I can't hear much.
I know.
Be a big accident. Yeah. So, what was you saying again, Budge?
Yeah, no, I was just saying that Emirates now on their Airbus 380 on the top
Oh,
deck, they've got 5 bedrooms up in there, or 4
oh
bedrooms
yeah, yeah,
up
yeah.
in there now,
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah,
the
I've seen
first
a
class
few.
cabin.
So,
Yeah,
I know.
mate. Yeah, not bad at like 500 and some odd quid extra on top of your ticket price anyway,
Oh, it
which
might
is
be a lot
about
more than that.
£3,000. No, it's something like 500 odd quid extra on top of your ticket.
Yeah, that's on top of your first class ticket.
Yeah. Your first class ticket's already about £3,000.
Well, let's put it this way. I'll tell you what, I actually looked into it once about flying back home business class. And not first class, but business class.
Yeah.
And when at the time, a normal economy flight is about, from Australia to London, from Brisbane to London, is about $2,500. They wanted one way $10,000. So that tells you the fucking difference, man.
You get there at the same time.
Huh?
You arrive at the same time.
Yeah, you're just in business class. It's the same flight.
Just a more comfortable seat and that.
It's a lot more comfortable, absolutely.
Yeah.
But not that much more. If you can afford it, that's the way you'd fly.
But, I actually went up in a Laker Airways DC-10 once. They did an engineering test flight around from Gatwick around I think it was around Devon and Cornwall, and then back up to Gatwick again. And we were working, doing office petitioning and that for Laker Airways. We got invited to go on the flight, and they let us sit in the first class cabin. The seats were lovely, leather seats and that. And then while we're flying, the old stewardess comes out, bottle of champagne, pops the champagne, gives us all. There's about 8 of us on there. It was great. It was only 8 of us on the plane, and I think 2 stewardesses and the pilots and engineers and whatnot.
Lovely.
It was great. Yeah, it was lovely. Moving on. Sounds like police sirens. Kieran getting nicked. No, it's not Kieran. If anything, it's young Kieran. He's shooting a video where he's not supposed to be.
Yeah.
Standing on top of a police car or something, you know.
Yeah. If I hear a screech of brakes out the front, I know to start running.
Yeah. Open that trapdoor under the rug.
I'm off, mate. Yeah, it must be an accident somewhere. That ambulance place sounds like they're all leaving for it. Shit.
Yeah. Happy Amaret is saying similar thing, that play Ings up top with somebody else and he becomes a better player. 5 rent boys at the front, 5 rent boys at the back. The rent boys prefer attack from the back. James, what are you drinking, man? Whatever it is. Oh my God, he must be on like potato wine or something. God. Oh my God. HH ain't got no more legs. No. Oh God. Touched it twice. Shame we never got Giroud when we were sniffing around him. Still banging in the goals for club and country. Now that's a really great shout, Peter. I want to talk to Kieran about. I want to talk to you about him.
Oh,
Oliver Giroud.
Giroud.
Yeah. Do you remember when we were looking at him, when we were interested in him? He was at Chelsea. He weren't getting games.
Yeah.
And he was just getting used for like cup games and shit. And we were sniffing around him, like Peter said. What do you think? Do you reckon he would have been a long-term striker for us if we'd have signed him back then?
I mean, he could have been.
2 years ago? 2 years ago, I think that was.
You know what I mean? Even when you watch him playing for France, man, he seems to always pop up with goals, you know.
And he gets
If
some
he-
spectacular goals as well, doesn't he?
I mean, he's always there and thereabouts. It depends what style you're playing. If you've got good delivery into the box, he's the man, you know. If you've
Yeah,
not got good
yeah.
delivery in, then he might be wasted up there, you know. And we're good at that, wasting strikers, aren't we? And not playing to their strengths. So it depends who the manager was at the time and whether we had the players to give him that service. If you have, yeah, he's a hell of a threat. It's like having Peter Crouch, you know, with no one to give him the ball. It'd be a waste of time. But I always liked Giroud. I thought he's a good player, and especially when he played for France, he seemed to shine. He used to always step up.
We got no chance of getting Giroud now, though. He plays for AC Milan. He ain't coming to West Ham from AC
So it might be near the end for him now, mate. It's like us now. We're getting Ings at the end of his career. We've done it so many times at West Ham over the years.
We can list them, mate, can't we?
Yeah, there's loads of them. And one that really stands out in my head is John Radford. He was a phenomenon for Arsenal. Scored goals after goal after Arsenal. Came to West Ham. I don't think he was there a year, never scored a goal.
No.
Never scored a goal.
No. You know, Ian Wright was another one, you know. God, there's so many of them that have come.
You're not getting the best of these players at the age they're at. It's as simple as that. We've done it a lot. And that's where we should be not going to now. We need to be heading away from that.
Yeah, yeah. Happy says, many strikers don't have pace as they age. With support, he won't have to do the runs. That's true. That is true. You're still banging the drum for Ings, aren't you?
But you can see the demise of Vardy now. He's sort of lost his pace. What striker he was. But
who?
Vardy. I mean, he was superb, but he relied on so much of his pace to be there.
Yeah,
It's starting to diminish.
I mean,
he's not
for me,
the goal scorer he was.
For me, Jamie Vardy was that kind of an unpolished Jermaine Defoe. Jermaine Defoe was a lot more polished than
he was more
Jamie
clinical.
Vardy.
But
in my opinion, he was.
Vardy could be too.
They were very similar players. Where 1 minute there's nowhere to be seen, and the next minute they're running onto a through ball that come from nowhere, and they're banging it in back of the net. Apparently, you look a bit like Jim Robinson from Neighbours from years ago without the beard, Kieran.
I probably haven't seen Neighbours about 30 odd years, so I can't remember who that is.
That's when he was in it, I reckon.
Was it? Oh, I can't remember.
Jim Robinson.
Jim Robinson, which one's he?
Weren't he the tall fella that had the kids? Yeah.
The real good-looking geezer. That's who you're talking about?
No,
real smart.
No,
gorgeous.
No. Not if you look like him.
Not him.
Actually, mate, you do look all right with the old trim and the beard.
Yeah. I treat myself to the old Lebanese barber, and he give me a good hit and a trim up.
Nice. Yeah, that's actually a really good haircut, Kieran. I'm impressed, mate.
Yeah, it don't happen often. I went 2 years just shaving it off myself. So.
Yeah. Now you feel comfortable enough not to wear an hat.
Yeah. But lucky enough, it's a lot of the time when I was out here when we were doing it with Peachy, the sun was hitting me. I always wore the hat because I got used to it after a while because the sun was in your eyes.
Yeah.
So after a while, I got used to it. Now I got fed up with it.
Yeah. Happy. If we had Bowen fit, then I'd like to see Mubama get a shot. But without Bowen, then play Ings and Mubama. Kudus right wing, Pack centrally, Benny left wing. Yeah, that's another option. Yeah.
I'd
like to see Cornet out on the left rather than Benny, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I'd rather see Benny on the transfer list in January. That's what I'd like to see because I think he's not going to get service from him, and that's
I don't want to see Benny go. I think there's a better player in there than a lot of us give him credit for.
No, I don't think there is.
But I think he's being played in the wrong position for a start. He's a number 10, really, not a number 11. You know, I think Cornet needs to get a shout. He needs to get out there on that left wing, show us what he can do. One of his favoured positions. You know, I'd just Pack centrally. Yeah, I agree with that. Kudus right wing. Yep, I'll give you that as well. You know, Ings and Mubama. Yeah. Well, it's probably going to be the only option we got if we're going to go two up front. Ben Rama played many games for Brentford up top and did well, so maybe better than Ings up top.
But mate, at the moment, from what we've seen from Ings, everyone's better because it's shown absolutely nothing. Now we can blame Ings or we can blame the system, whatever. But like I said, Mubama for me, I'm not one to throw the youth in, you know, as a Hail Mary pass, and a lot of people do call for that. But at the moment, there's no harm putting Mubama instead of Ings because Ings is offering you nothing. So there's nothing to lose for me by.
And to be fair, Mubama's had a couple of goals now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
You know, European goal. So, you know, he's obviously a little bit more confident.
You know what I mean? I don't think Mubama's going to come on, you know, light the world up and be the striker we thought we always needed.
But he's never going to be.
But he's not going to do any worse than what Ings is doing.
He's never going to be. Like, I'm gonna use a name that I'm probably going to get told off for using, but he's never going to be a Didier Drogba. But he can be a player that can aspire to being a Didier Drogba.
We just
kind of player I see Mubama as. You know, like
let's put it this way:
to be as good as.
For all we know, he is a prospect at this moment. That's all he is, right? But
yeah.
You when you go back to players that you think you know you can judge them on a couple of games here and there, you can't really, because if you go back and look at Harry Kane, how many times did they loan out Harry Kane, not thinking he was the striker he was? So they kept loaning him out. I think it was Tim Sherwood who actually gave him his opportunity when Tim Sherwood came to Tottenham, and he played Kane.
It was Martin Yole.
I thought it was Sherwood, but it could be corrected. Either way.
Actually, you might be right. It might have been Sherwood that gave him his first shot. Martin Yole gave him continuous games.
I don't think he once I think pretty sure I'm right that once Sherwood got him into the team, then he just got better and better and better. And you know, one of the best strikers England's ever produced. It's as simple as that. So, but he didn't show it at the beginning until you had a manager had faith in him and gave him a run of games. So, whether Mubama's at that stage yet, he might be a bit young for that, but at least let's have a look. Have a look. So, you know, we can't, because the longer he's not put in there, the more we build him up, this boy. And I don't think that's good for him, you know, because we just want to see it.
Yeah.
Whether he's any good or not.
Luckily, we're playing one of the most, if not the poorest sides in the league for the first game back. Not saying it will be a doddle, but it gives us a slight advantage. Imagine if we were playing Liverpool. Yeah, I mean, I've got to be honest with you. I think that the players need to be up for every game, not just the easier ones. And, like, you know, we've proven it this year so far. You know, we went to Brighton, hadn't beaten them in 13 games. We go and get a convincing 3-1 win. We play against Chelsea at home, you know, with all their money players and all these, you know, flash names and this and that, and we go and do them 3-1. You know, Arsenal come to town thinking they're going to get it nice and easy, bringing, you know, the old 41 back to the firm. We sent them packing. So, you know, let's not be too hasty in thinking that Liverpool are going to be a difficult game. Let's not.
Fucking up. There we are. Don't you worry. Look, I'll tell you what, mate. Listen. There's a fucked up God up there, right? When it comes to these fucking draws, right? I watched that draw live, right? And I wish I hadn't said anything because I'm sure this fucker went, right, I'm going to get you. I said before it started, anyone in this draw, how many was it? 16 teams? anyone but Liverpool away. And that, what are the odds? Once you say that could happen, the odds are phenomenal, right? And mate, that got up there, went, yeah, you don't want Liverpool away, bang. We didn't even get to be drawn out of the hat. It was the last ball sitting in there. You knew what the draw was, the fixture was.
It was the hottest ball. It was the hottest ball in the bucket, mate.
I mean, something's wrong there, mate. I just don't know how you can be so unlucky with a draw, right? How does that happen? Because I'm telling you, let's put it this way, Budge. If I had a mate in Liverpool, right, and he was loaded, and he had a corporate box at Anfield, and I was flying over, right, and he said, "Yeah, come to my place. If you get drawn in, you can stay there. We can go to the corporate box, meet the players afterwards." I bet it wouldn't happen then. I bet we wouldn't get Liverpool away then. No, that would never happen, would it?
No.
Bollocks. It's
probably end up getting frigging Blackburn away or something. Oh God, where are they? There they are.
But yeah, if we knock them over though, it's always a chance in a cup match, mate. Always a chance.
Always.
We knock them over.
That's what I'm saying. You know, no one really expected us to beat Arsenal. Let's be fair. You know,
it just when you want a little bit of luck with a draw, just a little bit. Even being at home would have suited. If we'd Liverpool at home would have been so bad. But to get the actual worst draw there was in there, everyone didn't want. We got it. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Such is life being a West Ham fan.
Peter says Saturday's a must-win with all the hard games in December.
Yeah. Peter, a lot coming up, boy. A lot of hard ones coming up. This is a, really, every team will be looking at Burnley as a must 3 points. You should not be not winning that game. But who knows? Look, let's put it this way. When the injuries make they can make a massive difference. When I watched the Newcastle Bournemouth game the other week, right? And to me, Newcastle are hot favourites. But then I saw the team they fielded, the amount of injuries. They had about 11 first team players injured. And I knew they ain't winning this against Bournemouth. And they didn't, because they're decimated. And we're seeing it with Tottenham in the last game. With the suspensions and injuries, they're not half the team that have been all season. So it really does come down to that. And we've got a lot of hard games coming. So, this would be nice to put three points on the board.
Yeah. They were the days. Look, Kieran.
Down here.
The only way is they're down here in the day. You can't beat it. Smokers in the back. Hated it, he said.
Down here, that's an old name from the past, mate.
Yeah, down here. Well, they were based at Gatwick here, weren't they? So.
Were they?
Right. Yeah, them, Laker Airways, British Caledonian, who later got swallowed up by British Airways. Yeah,
I flew with Laker Airways to, where did I go? Miami with them when they first started. Fucking brilliant. You know what I mean? Getting to America was actually achievable to go to America with the price they had.
I know, 99 quid, wasn't it?
I can't remember how much it was, but
I bet it
me and
started
Paul,
off at like 79 quid and went up to 99.
That was in 1980. 1980.
Yeah,
so
right. Yeah. As I said, we went up in one of his DC-10s. Just went round like Devon and Cornwall.
Yeah, good old Freddie Laker, mate.
Yeah, he was a fantastic bloke. He used to turn up in his Rolls Royce, and he'd always just park it on the double yellow lines, and he's always getting tickets on it, and he was terrible. He was
get blown up now if you look at there now.
Yeah, he was great. While we were working there, he ran in. Well, not ran in. He came into the hangar area that we were in, because we were building the offices for the engineering crew in the hangar, in the new hangar. And he came in, and he came over and chatted to us for about 45 minutes or something. And as he was about to walk away, our governor turned around and said, "Right, well, that's your lunch break over, lads. Get back to work." So Freddie Laker turned around and went, I shall be back in a little while, guys. He went off, came back about an hour later with a trolley full of sandwiches.
Good lad. Nice of him, isn't it?
You know,
He nicked it off the
like
plane, did he?
urn of tea and that. No,
Huh?
no, well, he got the catering crew to get it all together and then wheeled it in. Brilliant. Really good bloke he was. Not really looking forward to this game, says Mr. Bongo. It's a can of worms. Excuse for mentioning the Rent Boys again.
He's on about Bonnie.
I don't know. He's drunk as a sack, and he obviously. Some tasty fixtures this weekend, to be honest. Do you know what? I haven't even looked at the others.
Yeah. I've seen there's one tasty one I noticed. Is it City and Liverpool?
Is it?
Yeah, that's a test up. That's a test up.
So yeah, City Liverpool. It's the early game Saturday. That means the pub's going to be loaded, and I think Crawley are at home on Saturday as well. So the pub is going to be absolutely ramo on Saturday, which is fine because I won't be in there. We play at 3:00 Burnley. So Luton Palace, Newcastle Chelsea. That'll be a good game. Forest Brighton. That should be an away win, shouldn't it, for Brighton? Sheffield United Bournemouth. Now that'd be a struggle for them, either of them two. I think Bournemouth would probably edge that. Brentford Arsenal. Tasty game.
That should be fairly straightforward.
Yeah, Arsenal should walk it, but it's at Brentford. They're not easy to beat at home.
No, always a bit tough there, but
yeah. Sunday, Spurs Villa. That's a 6-pointer up there, isn't it?
That's a tough one, isn't it? But with Tottenham's injuries, and still got one of them, at least one of them on suspension. Yeah, that'll be tough.
That's the 2:00 game. Then the 4:30 game's Everton United, which pretty foregone conclusion. That should be a United.
That's anything. That could be a draw, that one.
Yeah, it could. And then Monday, Fulham Wolves, which nobody's really interested in.
Yeah. Yeah, I see Wolves taking that one.
Yeah. What else we got? John Radford, 26 appearances, fuck all goals.
Steve knows. Steve knows. Done absolutely nothing.
James is saying, don't knock it till you've tried it. He calls me Mr. B. He's one funny bugger, I tell you. Hi to my two greatest hammers. Thank you, Lee.
G'day, Lee.
Thank you for joining us. Hi, chat. Sorry not being interacting, but I've moved house and it took a long time to get the internet back on. Hope you're all doing great. Come on, you irons. Lee, it's good for to have you back, mate. I'm glad you moved. I hope everything went well. I hope you didn't break anything, and make sure you brought the cat with you. Right, Moyes has his excuses in now. If we have poor run of injuries, no excuses whatsoever, though, in my opinion. That's what team rotation's all about. Unfortunately, Iceberg Lettuce Brains Dave is unable to rotate.
Yeah, fair enough.
Sounds fair. Mikey, he rotated heavily against Olympiacos away. Didn't do us any favours, to be honest, to be fair. No, that's true. That is true. But then that was away in a foreign country as well. Happy. So that was,
No. Well, look, losing it is one thing, but then to rest them players and then go and lose to Everton at home, it didn't work. So, no, that didn't work. If he'd won against Everton, he would have been justified, but he didn't. And that's the problem with Moyes.
Can you see anyone going in January with the AFCON? I think we will hold on to Benny for
Again.
Aged's going to be going somewhere, I reckon. And I think Kudos will definitely go. They haven't submitted their final squad yet.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, well, Ben Rama and Cornet weren't even picked for this last round of their World Cup qualifiers. So, not that it matters to make you work.
So the potentials that we could lose, though, are Ben Rama, Gerd, Alvarez. No, not Alvarez. He's South
Alvarez.
American. Kudus.
And Cornet.
Yeah, Cornet.
Possibly, but again, I doubt if they'll pick him because he's not playing. So he probably won't.
The stream that the Hammers Chat boys did earlier, Gonzo and Gio, they were talking about how they feel that perhaps Cornet would have a right to be upset with West Ham, David Moyes at the moment, because he's not getting game time. He's not been picked for the Ivory Coast team that played in this international break. So yeah, I can understand that. It's actually quite a good stream, quite a good video, that one. So if you guys want to check that out, get yourselves over there after this finishes. And also, guys, don't forget Green Street Elites, my channel. On Sunday, there is going to be at 10:30 in the morning. There's going to be a premiere of a new in-crowd that I've done with Ginger Andy Carroll, as you all know him, or Curtis, if you know him as Curtis. But yeah, that'll be coming out on Sunday morning at 10:30. And hopefully there will be others to follow every other Sunday afterwards. Yeah, he does in Europe and Premier League. He's unable to switch up different plan of action. Yeah, I've missed so much and can't comment on anything. Probably a good thing. No, mate, it's not. We love your comment. Just listen to us two talking bollocks and getting away with it. Mikey, that's because our European side is nowhere as strong as our Premier 11, says Happy. I'm not disagreeing that Moyes doesn't rotate often enough, but I'd rather not see second string players in the Premier League either. Happy, you're giving the cup stroke European side second string status. A lot of them players are still first team players. You know that. You know? Mavropanos being one of them. Fabianski, I'm not so sure about a first team player anymore. Still great. Still bloody good. Bongo says, oh, well, you can't blame the Rent boys for glory hunting their way to the champions of Europe, I guess. He's got a thing about Chelsea tonight, hasn't he?
Must be, eh?
He's got a thing about them tonight. Perhaps his missus has decided to start supporting them. Let us know, Bongo. We'll have to have words with her if that is the case. Lee, have you heard all the shite injuries we've accumulated over the international break? Really enjoying the chat. Feels like overhearing conversation down the pub. Giving you 2 pence worth. Thanks, Lee. It's true, actually. That's probably what we do. We just chat like we are in the pub.
On our bollocks, yeah.
Whatever. You know?
Is that Essex? Is that? That's his name, Lee, is it?
Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah.
Where are you in Essex, Lee?
Yeah, whereabouts are you, mate? Happy. There have been a few opportunities. I'm reading it there. I should be reading it there. There have been a few opportunities to change player here or there in the Prem. I admit, however, it's not been plain sailing in any match so far to it, in my opinion. Right, so that's pretty, yeah.
See, yeah.
That's
rotating it's a funny thing, isn't it?
It is, and the thing is,
you get it right. Confident. You got to get it right. That's the problem.
Yeah, You've got to be confident in the rotation players as well. I mean, it's a very different thing having confidence in your substitutes, because generally your substitutes are the best of the rest.
Well, they're meant to be.
Easier, yeah. But rotation players, on the other hand, are exactly what it says on the tin.
Look, if you've got a squad, mate, you expect what you got on the bench to be able to do a job when they come on or when they're picked.
Yeah. I mean,
unfortunately, lately,
let's pick a perfect one out of the hat, right? Flynn Downs was always going to be a rotation player while he was.
Yeah, he's going to be a squad player anyway.
Yeah. So therefore,
unless he gets better,
he's got his loan spell. He's doing all right. He's filled a gap that JWP's left, and he's doing a reasonable job at it by all accounts. International break always seem to have a bad run-ins when it comes to that. And hey, what can you do?
What do you do?
Yeah,
not much you can do, mate.
Fans can't compare Europe to Premier League games because we are predictable as shit in the Premier League. Them teams watch us week in, week out, unlike European sides who we are probably unpredictable against. Now, that is actually a reasonable point, and that's something that I've brought up a number of times in previous streams that I've been on and I've been in the chat with. And I think that one of the problems that David Moyes has got is that the other teams have sussed him out. And
sussed him out a long time ago, but
yeah, and he's kind of stuck in his ways. He doesn't really know how to switch stuff up. And to be fair, he hasn't really got the tactical know-how to do it and have a complete change of, formation, tactics. He just hasn't got it in him. He hasn't got it in him, in my opinion. He's always played the same way. At Everton, he tried to do it at United, Sunderland,
Yeah, a lot. We can all a lot. You don't need me give me any excuse to batter Moyes, but sometimes it isn't always down to him. Sometimes the players have to put their hand up, and a few of them, especially this season, especially the goals we've conceded. That's nothing to do with formation. A lot of them goals are just bad mistakes and not being very good at the back. Now, at the beginning of this season, people were saying, well, we don't even miss Declan Rice, but do we? We've conceded twice the amount of goals in the games we played than we did last season at this stage. And is that down to the centre-halves being really poor and at the back, or are we missing Rice? Did he stop that much that helped us? So there is an argument that we are missing him. I wish we would stop this Alvarez thing of him sort of pushing up a bit and marauding forward. I want to see Alvarez as a defensive midfielder and stop what's coming at us. Because I think one game we did it, I thought he was superb, won the man of the match for me. But we seem to be letting Prowse, the sort of double pivot in between Prowse and Alvarez, and don't like it. Really don't like it.
Yeah. What about predictions for the match? Guys in the chat, give us your match predictions. And I'm going to go with, now I know this is going to sound a little confident, if you like. I'm going to go with a 4-1 win for West Ham.
Yeah, that's pretty confident. I think we're going to win it. And I'll tell you why I think, regardless of what people think of Souček, I think Burnley have got one of the worst records in the league against set pieces. Now, that's why I think Souček could be important in this game. And so is Prowse.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I want to see Prowse banging balls over to him getting on the end of it, whether that be from corners or just coming from the midfield.
Yeah.
I think Souček will have to play in this game because he's going to be important to be an important threat as he was against Nottingham Forest, regardless of what anyone thinks of it. He was our most threatening player against Forest. I'm worried that it is, but that's the way it is. And I think this is the perfect team to play Souček and Prowse banging them in.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see. He needs service, though. And I think he can get on the end of a couple. He could have scored a hat-trick against Forest and got the winner in the end. So, I mean, it'll be a bit more of that. Especially with the injuries we might have. But I'm going to go for a 2-1 win, mate. There's that.
2-1.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Okay, so I said 4-1, which is very confident, but I've just got this real sneaking suspicion that it's fairly obvious he's going to play Ings. And I've got this real sneaking suspicion that he'll score. I think Paqueta will put balls onto him. I'll put money on it. You know, I am going to put money on it, actually. Right, so let's have a look in the chat. Happy says 2-1. Also, same as you. Can't see any others in here at the moment. Anyone else? Here we go. Steve says, poor game. Burnley won, West Ham won.
Yeah, that's the result we don't want, isn't it?
Yeah. Bongo says 3-1 West Ham. Ings brace, King Souček 8-yarder.
There you go.
Hammers Mikey says 1-1.
Right.
Anyone else? Black Country, I know you're in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Stick your prediction in, sir. There was another name I saw that I must have.
It's a shame because these injuries we've got, it has sort of leveled the playing field. So I can see why people, especially away from home, why people be worried about predicting a draw. But it does. It's sort of got that written all over it. I think we might just nick it. I think we'll get it. We need to. I'd love to see another.
I've gone back to this comment, Kieran. So I think it's a very good comment. And B, I think his tag name is brilliant. Exponential Anger. I like that. Really, that's a good name. If Mubama doesn't get the start against Burnley, it's never going to happen under Moyes. We have to keep the hunger alive for the youth at the club. This isn't the way. And I agree with that 150%, mate, because, there's no way that any of these people are any of these players are going to want to stay at a club where there's just no chance of getting in the first team.
He's not signing a contract, and obviously, if there's not a pathway to the first team, then he's not going to sign, is it? So you have to, if he isn't going to play in this game, like he says, when will he ever play? Because this is the perfect opportunity to take a punt. I just don't know if Moyes has got that in him, but we'll see. I'm not sure he will. But yeah. Be nice to see him get a run and see what he can do.
Yeah, it would. We're expecting to see Areola in goal, I expect. Yeah. What do you think? Be Areola, wouldn't it? Yeah. Unless there's any issues, it's going to be Areola.
Yeah, Soufal will get a standing ovation for his antics out with the international team. Good lad.
Yeah, he will, yeah.
He's a real West Ham player now.
David Moyes will be like this. So it'll be, what do you reckon the back four will be then? Soufal, Zuma, Mavropanos, Emerson, yeah?
Emerson, Mavropanos. It depends on centre halves because we don't know if Again's injured or definitely injured.
Yeah. I think it'll probably be Zuma and
It might be. I tell you what,
or
there's
Zuma
every
and
chance, Budge. It might be Zuma and Ogbonna. That's what I think. What Moyes would do, not what I would do. That's what I think he would do.
You're right. It could actually be.
I don't know, but he might go
Mavropanos. Emerson out on the left and Sue fell out on the right, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then what do you reckon it'll be? I suppose you'll have
Alvarez, Ward-Prowse, and Souček.
Souček, yeah.
Yeah, I think he will play him, for this game, especially.
So, do you think then that he'll put Paquetá up front?
I don't know what he's going to do much up front, mate. I'm not depending who's available. Let's presume that Bowen's not available. Let's presume Antonio's not available. Right, Bowen and Antonio are missing. So Kudos goes out on the right for me.
Yep.
Now, Paquetá on the left. Paquetá goes on the left. Paquetá goes on the left, and Danny Ings goes in the middle. That's noise.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
To me, that's what it's written all over it. That's what it's going to be.
Kieran, no, please don't curse us that way, please.
Yeah.
Oh, mate. Yeah. I've got to be honest with you. That is probably the most likely lineup.
I don't know. You got to say it, unless Moyes has seen the light and changes things around. I don't know what the best. Like I say, from what we've seen from Ings, everyone's dreading it. Because we've seen nothing. So I don't know where. Does Mubama get his chance in this game?
It's that word, though. We've seen nothing. Nothing from him. Right, so Happy says, I have faith. I'm also prepared to be fucked off for the week following. HH laughing. Non-contact sport now. Tiley says, my team with the injuries would be Areola, bad boy Sue Fowl, been clubbing. Emerson, Zuma, Mavropanos, Alvarez, JWP, Paquetá, Mubama, Benrahma, Cornet. That's more like what I would like to see. More like, except for I would not have Benrahma. I would have Kudos out on the right, Cornet on the left, Mubama up front, Paquetá behind them.
Yeah.
JWP and Alvarez in a triangle behind him, kind of thing, with him as the part of the triangle. And then, that back four looks perfectly fine to me. Stufal, Emerson, Zuma, Mavropanos. So,
be honest,
I would be
to me,
quite happy with that, Steve.
At the back four, it's just whoever partners Zuma, whether that be Mavropanos or Ogbonna.
Yeah.
I just got
doesn't like you whatsoever. Actually, surprised he isn't chasing after his again. Yeah, you're probably right there, Mikey. Right, let me just scroll down a little bit so that I don't hit the wrong buttons. Black Country says, with these injuries, it's going to be a tough game. Yep, not wrong there, mate. Problem is, you never know with Moyes. Problem is, if he sets up with 9 behind the ball, I think we're in trouble. Sorry for being negative. 1-1 at the best. Well, listen, mate, everyone's entitled to their opinions, and
no, it's not negative. It's what you think. I don't have a problem with that. I think that's happening to lose. I'd say so. It's not being negative to me. It's just what I see.
No, it's seeing what you see, mate. And you're right. If he does set up with 9 behind the ball, we are in trouble. But he's going to be playing Paquetá. He's probably going to play Kudos, and he's probably going to play Benrahma. Them three don't like being behind the ball. They like to be in front of it or on it. So I can't see us being too many men behind the ball. 7 of them.
Well, if we were going to play like that, you know, then there's a good shout for Cornet to play because at least he's got pace.
Yeah,
you know, and we haven't seen it. I don't know how bad he is in training or why he don't ever get picked or whether Moyes just don't like him. I don't know, but he has got pace, and if you want to counter attack like that, defend and break, at least he's got pace to do it. Otherwise, I just don't see. You give it to Ben Rama, and he just turns back, and the attack's over. So I wouldn't have him Ben Rama in there. I'd rather have
Ben
Cornet.
Rama's got pace, so if you were putting balls
Ben Rama's
out
got no
to
pace.
him,
He's got none. He's got no pace. I'll tell you, I was waiting for this pace to come, and I've never seen it. He's got trickery, he's got good feet, but he hasn't got the pace where Cornet has. So,
whereas, I mean, I think if you had, I mean, Kudus definitely got some pace. I've seen that. Where if you've got James Ward-Prowse and Paquetá mixing it up in the midfield, putting balls up for them two speedy buggers to get onto, mate, I think we got a good chance. And you know, like I said, I don't want to see Ben Rama. I want to see Cornet. I want, and, you know, I don't know how pacey Mubama is, but we know that Ings isn't. So, you know, we're going to be spoilt for choice, mate, on Saturday.
we'll see.
In fact, our choices are going to be spoiled, is what I actually meant.
Like I said before, like if you want to play in all these competitions and do it, you've just got to do it. You know what I mean? You've got to use your squad, and they've got to be good enough. Because that's what the Premier League is. You want to stay in cup competitions, games just keep coming. Keep coming.
Does anyone know how Mavropanos did for Greece? I know he played the full 90 in the 2-2 draw with France. Well, clearly, if they conceded 2 goals, he needs dropping.
Well, that's a good result against France, 2-2.
It is bloody good result, actually. I'll tell you what. Let me have a little looky on another tab. Was it France v Greece or Greece v France? So yeah, it was 2-2. So all of the goals. Oh, sorry, no. France went in 1-0 at half time. By the look of this, at 42 minutes. Muani scored, and then 56 minutes. Greece equalised from Bakasetas. And then they went 2-1 ahead from Ioannidis.
Yeah.
And then France drew 2-2 in the 76th minute. So looks like it was a fairly good, even game. I suppose I haven't read a full report on it. I don't know how he did. Let me have a little look there on that tab there. France player ratings, Greek. No, there's no Greece player ratings. So sorry, I can't tell you happy. Lee
comes home safe. That's what we want.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Yeah, you've got to come back to London safe. Lee, it's ruined the game in my opinion. Oh, the dark arts nowadays is pissing me off. Yeah, get a touch and the game stopped. God's sake, for fuck's sake. Where did our game go wrong, hey? Well, exactly that. And, you know, when you consider it wasn't so long ago, we had players like I want to say Lucas Neal, because he was quite a tough bastard, wasn't he? In defence. Yeah, he was quite a tough bugger, wasn't he? And like Kev Nolan, what a tough little bugger he is, or was.
Do you know, Now he's touched on that. I watched highlights. I don't know why. It just came up on my feed there, and it was I think it was Brazil versus Argentina.
Yeah.
And my God, it was embarrassing to watch. Every 30 seconds, someone was rolling around the floor. Every 30 seconds, it was just painful. Absolutely painful.
You know why they're doing it, don't you? This is my theory on this. The reason that players go over pain, injury, and that, well, it's also because they don't want to get an injury because it costs them money. It costs them money to have an injury.
They want to cheat the referee at every occasion, and it does. Like Lee said, it's pissing me off too. Hate to see it. And one of the things that Paquetá needs to wind his head in a bit with, stop falling on the floor looking for free kicks. I don't like it. I don't care if you get a free kick or not. It's annoying.
Yeah.
But that's the modern game we're in, because any chance of an advantage or a way to cheat, players will do it now. Any new rules that come in, they will try and make the best of it. And I don't like it. Never.
Yeah. Steve is saying he'd change one player. He would put Kudos in for Cornet. Can understand you putting Kudos in, but you would still keep Benny in your lineup instead of Cornet. I suppose we can't judge Cornet on West Ham appearances, but you have to know there's a better player in Cornet than there is in Benrahma. And I do stick up for Benrahma.
We start to know we don't know what we've got with Cornet. That's the problem. We don't know.
I know. Anyways, Essex says 4-0 to West Ham. That's a little bit more confident than me. I'm giving them a goal.
Let's go on, Ritz up.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Black Country. Ings won't last 60 minutes. That's why we can't start him. That's why he has to be put on at 79 minutes or something, 77 minutes. Give him about 15 minutes of game time, including that extra time. Mate, he'd be knackered by the end of that as well. Mr. Higgins is in the house. Thank you, Darren, for joining us.
Good, Darren.
Hope you're well, sir. How's Richie doing? Hope he's okay too. Mikey, 4-0s will probably be brought in and shoved pointlessly out on that right wing by Moyes. Kudos moved inside with Pac-Man up top. That's a good point.
I think he's more likely on the left, though.
I would have thought he would have been more likely on the left.
And like I said, he's wasted there as well. Absolutely wasted, whether he's on the left.
I know. I think he's much better in a sixth role. You know,
but like I said, what I've seen of 4-0s coming on lately, he's been poor. You know, and I love the boy to bits, but he's been really poor. But
do you think that with a run of games, if he was to play alongside Alvarez, do you not think he would improve?
I don't know. I just every chance I've seen him have lately, he's not impressed me. He's been poor. It's as simple as that. For him, we know what he can do.
I understand your sentiment.
And just don't see the form in him at the moment. I'm just so I'd love him to come on and have a great game. I really would.
Yeah.
But I can't see him being picked. But
yeah. Happy says she'd put money on Areola, Sufal, Zuma, Mavropanos, Emerson, JWP, Alvarez, Benny, Kudos, Paquetá, and Ings. That's probably a fairly sound shout. Is Zuma fit, says Black Country?
As far as I know.
As far as I'm aware, mate, yeah, he's fit. I
think he's fit.
I saw him in training. I saw him in training a few days ago on YouTube. So, yes, he's fit. Well, he's fit for training. And we all know that he don't do an awful lot of training. Not negative, BCH, but you're just a realist. There you go, see? Even Mikey agrees with us. He has to be. Has to be fit. Benny hasn't got good pace. No, you're right, he hasn't. What it is with him, he's clever with the ball. He can be clumsy, but he's clever with the ball. And I'm mistaking him anyway for Cornet and getting If they had a
Yeah,
love child,
it could be, Mikey. It could be anything. This game could be anything.
Allardyce
And we
football
shouldn't. The
incoming.
crazy part
Oh,
about it, is we should be looking at this game and going, "Man, this is 3 points guaranteed," and we're not. But
we're not.
I still think we can nick it. I think we can take the points. I still think we've got the players to do it. But we shall see. Be nice to get a clean sheet.
It'll also be nice to see our future manager as well. Because I really hope we get company once he's bedded in and got himself sorted. I hope we get him because I think he'd be a real good manager one day.
Who?
Company.
Maybe.
I think he will. I think he'll be a good manager one day. Lee says our players still wear the West Ham badge, and I hope they give it their all. One love to our club. I'm still behind the team to do the job, always. 2-1 West Ham. Cannot back us, but who knows? Mate, listen. Lee, that is spot on, mate. 2-1. I'd take that any day of the week. Fingers crossed for HH. Yeah. 3
points. Anyone, whatever the result is, 3 points is a must here. Now to keep a bit of momentum with the games we've got coming up, and we've got to be looking to win it. I don't want West Ham to see them being so deep and be happy with a point is not enough. We need to be going there to win.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Let's keep us at the top end of the table.
Yeah, Happy says, crap thing is if Brighton lose and we win, we only go up the 8th. I understand where you're coming from, but the thing is, you can only climb up a set of stairs one step at a time. So let's not worry too much about how far up the table we can go. We're still early in the league. Let's get ourselves further up the league. Slowly but surely. We just keep plodding on, quietly, winning, and get ourselves back up to 6th again. And then we'll win the Europa League. And it'll be nice. It'll be a good season. Have faith in me. Sorry to be so positive, but that's just me. Come on, you guys. Lee, never apologise, mate. That's one of the rules about being my mate. Never apologise. And anyone that comments in here is my mate. Essex says, Happy would beat the 3-1 scoreline from the last West Ham Burnley match. Watched it in 2014. Yeah.
2 seconds, mate.
Okay, mate. Yeah, no worries. Black Country. Anyway, positive note. At least that boring international shit is over. Yes, I had to emphasise the shit because it is boring shit. What were the odds of our creative pairing of Bowen and Kudos both getting injuries? Thankfully, Kudos is okay, and thank Paquetá wasn't allowed to play. Yeah. Paquetá. Well, you know, he's our boy at the moment, and he's going to stay our boy until his future is decided by the courts and FIFA. BCH, right. It's good you still have some positivity. It's hard to come by at times. Yeah, it is.
I'll tell you what, Budge, what I have noticed with Burnley this year, the way Company's still trying to play the way he is, that's why they haven't won a game. I love to, they want to play football that Man City does or Arsenal do. They want to play it out from the back. They want to bring it forward. They want to pass their way to the front. This is where they're losing goals. People keep nicking the ball off them. And that's why, really, if you had the choice of all the players, you'd press them. You'd play a high press against Burnley to beat them instead of sitting back. You'd take the ball off them because that's what other teams will do and be successful. They'll give you chances playing out from the back.
The thing is, what you just described Company as, the sort of manager that wants to play the Guardiola stroke Arteta style of football, playing out from the back, blah, 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 blah. with the players we've got, would that not suit our style of football? Would that
No.
not suit our club?
No, it wouldn't. We haven't got neither have Burnley for that matter. They haven't, and that's the problem he's got.
That is the
And
problem.
if you remember when Arteta turned up at Arsenal, he tried to do it. They were horrendous. They kept giving goals away from trying to do that exact same thing. Until he brought in the players that were good enough to do it.
I kind of disagree with that. I think that with Company's style of management or tactical approach to the game, with the players that we've got, I think we would play a better game.
I don't think we've got it. Zuma, let's put one. Zuma, you watch him with the ball at his feet, he's horrendous. He's so poor with the ball at his feet. He looks like bloody giraffe on ice. You can't. You've got to have really good centre half who can play ball. Again could do it. Maybe Mavropanos. I haven't seen enough.
Mavropanos.
Maybe.
I'm not so sure about Soufal, but he's not so bad. But JWP, Emerson. Who else am I thinking?
They've got to be all really good passers of the ball. Price is not a problem.
Alvarez. He's bloody good on the ball.
Maybe not. I just don't think we've got it.
I think with the players that we've got in our squad.
Look, let's put it this way. Burnley think that's why they want to play, but it's not working. They're losing every game.
I know,
you know what I mean? It's not working because they haven't got the quality of player to do it. Yeah. In the Championship, but not in the Premier League. Because when you've got players who press and they're quick, you don't have the time you've got on the ball in that Championship. Nowhere near it. And they're getting found out.
Black Country said he would risk Billy offside on Saturday. At least he's got pace. Meaning, obviously, Cornet. But the thing is, what I want to say about Cornet is that he's not the sort of player you oof a ball up to. He isn't. He's the sort of player you feed a ball to and let him take it. Yeah. He's got
you play it through the line.
The speed, the technical know-how. He's got it all. He can do it. But when he's being asked to get himself into a forward position, he's getting offside because he's clumsy in that respect.
I'm not so sure it's all about him being clumsy. Actually, for me, when offside is such a close run thing, you can look badly offside because the player didn't play it early enough, right? All it takes is that 1 second hesitation to play a ball through the lines over the top, and that's enough for him to be offside. The timing of the runs has to work with your midfielders. Now, Paquetá can feed that ball to him, right?
Yeah,
so can Ward Prowse.
Yeah.
Now they've got the ability to do it and do it quick, and that's the difference. When you've got players that take time, that's you offside. You've got to track.
Alvarez has got a good pass on him as well, and we're seeing more and more of that. So
I think a lot of it is so close. And look at the offsides now with VAR. You're talking, some of them can be an inch. Some of them could be a yard because that ball was just delayed that fraction longer. Yeah. But we haven't seen it. I don't know whether Cornet's going to do anything or not. But I'd love to just give him a go. I've seen what he done at Burnley. I've seen some of the goals he scored. The boy is good, but we don't seem to be able to get a tune out of him. But I haven't seen enough to say whether we can or not. Yeah. It just don't seem to be a Moyes' favourite, does he?
You can't get a tune out of any instrument unless you play it in the right key, mate.
I don't know, man.
Little musical reference for you there, look, everybody. Lee Zuma is on the grass. Yeah, he is on the grass, mate. That's exactly what he is. Let's stick Oggy up top. He scored 2 more goals, now number 9 in the past month. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can say that. When I said, I don't think I will see it, but Souček up front, I think he scored for Czechoslovakia. He scored in the last 3 games, and he scored 1 for us. He's our informed striker, Souček.
That's fucking ridiculous, though, isn't it? Hey, listen, we've been on for an hour and 35 minutes. I hadn't even noticed.
We had half an hour of technical problems.
Yeah, me listening to YouTube as well as you live. So, yeah, it was. Essex says, to conclude with your inviting question, it would be great to see Ings score the winning goal for us, and against former club, that doesn't.
Yeah, wouldn't it? I'll take anyone scoring a winning goal. It'd be good for him against his former club, but it'd be nice to see. I mean, if Ings starts, which I presume he probably will, I'd just like to see a performance out of him. But it's not much confidence in that. That's the only point.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. He meant, and against the former club that doesn't want him. They don't want him back. No, they don't. I've watched a couple of the fan channels. The guy from Turf Morehouse, what's his name? Dan. He was talking to Jakey, young Jake Cox. And I listened to him. He was saying, yeah, no, we wouldn't want him back. I don't know any like Burnley fan that would want him back. Love it when that happens. Benny against Brentford 2 seasons back. Emerson against Chelsea. Yeah, that was good. That was good. That was actually one of my favourite goals of the season. That was Emerson against Chelsea. And the way he ran onto it. And who was it? Was it Antonio that was about to go onto the ball and he left it for Emerson to run onto and he just banged it in. Love that goal. One of my favourite goals. Not necessarily one of the best, but just one of my favourites. Zuma just hoofs it regardless of where it lands, but the amount of balls he's blocked off the line, that's exactly why I love him, because as a defender, he is exceptional. I think I would put him in the exceptional bracket. He don't let many players get round him or through him, but when it comes to getting back from pressing a higher line and stuff like that, he's a three-legged donkey, mate, or a three-legged horse, I should say, because he's always crook in some respects. Great in defence, fantastic in defence. More like Bambi on ice, Zuma. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, he's scary to watch when he comes out with the ball. He really is.
Yeah, he is. If he's asked to play
really
out
bad.
with the ball, yeah.
It looks bad. But like I said, when your back's against the ball and you want to, like another Dawson or a blocker and that, he'll put in everything.
Yeah.
And I think,
we miss.
I love Dawson, right? But there was always a mistake in him in every game. But he got away with most of them. He did get away with most of the mistakes he made, like. And again, every time he makes a mistake, we seem to get punished. Whether he's just unlucky or what. Yeah. But when he does make a mistake, they score. And you think, oh, God, he might just be unlucky.
Right, let's see what Mr. Bongo's saying again. Top half, League Cup quarters, top of the group in Europe, champions of Europe, happy Amaria. Good to hear, James. Very nice to hear. Yep. Happy Amaria says the same. Still waiting on that JWP free kick.
Yeah.
Now, we spoke about this the other day.
It's not had many chances, is it?
You and I spoke about it the other day, last week. He hasn't had that many opportunities, and the one or two that he hasn't been the best.
Yeah, he's only had a couple and he hadn't done nothing with them. But he makes up for the balls he delivers from free kicks and into the box and from the corners, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, his corners have been impeccable, haven't they? But most of them. Cornet's lack of game time or confidence, Moyes won't play him. Question is, Moyes signing or not?
Yeah, good.
I don't believe he was.
Like country.
I don't believe he was, actually.
I don't know. Don't think so. I don't think Ings was either.
I think it was a Newman signing.
No. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? But there you go.
Yeah, maybe Newman or Sullivan. Probably Sullivan. Is Souček able to head any balls? Will he be looking like a patchwork quilt? Oh, he'll
be
come
right,
on. He'll come on looking like a poor 1940s war movie, extra. But
it's just another few stitches in his head. He'll be right.
Yeah, mate, he's a soldier. Him and Vlad, they're built for this kind of stuff. Don't worry about him. He'll be there, and he'll be heading in goals. Don't worry, or a goal maybe. Does it matter though? Makes no difference to us going forward. Yeah, the Cornet thing. Evening, Mr. Venn. Welcome, Chef. I hope you're well. Everyone's saying hello to everyone else. It's a shame you've come in like an hour and a half into the show, Scott, because you've missed absolutely fuck all, except for just two old fellas talking shit and getting away with it. I thought it was Gary Lineker for a second.
Oh, he ain't talking about me, is he? Scott, is he?
Of course he is.
Fucking hell,
I
mate.
don't like bloody Gary Lineker, do I?
I don't want to be compared to that wanker. It's fucking.
I look like an Alan Shearer, Danny Murphy love child. You look like Gary Lineker.
Oh, Lineker.
Oh dear.
Anyway, but they do nice crisps up there, don't they?
Still buzzing over that. Yeah. Lanzini against the Spuds. I'm still buzzing over
yeah, mate. Wasn't that a moment? Wasn't that a moment? You're right.
It's a moment that I think every West Ham fan has got etched inside them.
Absolutely.
Like that absolute screamer of a shot.
What a memory.
His shirt off.
What a memory.
Goosebumps all over her body. Yeah.
What a memory that was. That was fantastic.
Great. Fantastic goal. And the look on Lloris's face was just a picture. It was like, fuck, where did that come from?
Because now and again, Lee, I pop every 3 or 4 months, I pop back to what West Ham Clips did with that, that goal with all the supporters. I was going, what were we, 3-0 down with her? When you watch his thing about that, it's brilliant. It's oh man,
the goggle really box, yeah.
But the goggle box.
West Ham
done that. It's fantastic.
West Ham Tottenham. Brilliant. Yeah, it's really good.
It was superb.
He's not doing any more content on his channel now.
No, I haven't seen anything lately from him.
No. He's taking a break.
All right.
He doesn't know how long for. It might be, 6 months, might be a year, it might be 5 years. We don't know. He's just taking a break. He's been very busy. He's got other stuff on. He's still, going to be doing other bits and bobs, but it's not going to be
whatever he does
often.
That was brilliant.
See, look.
Yeah,
there has to be a comment from her about the Lanzini thing.
No one in the crowd either, doesn't it? There was no one in the stadium to witness it.
No, I know. And so everybody had to watch it on TV. And during the COVID thing, I think actually we was quite spoiled for the football on TV.
We were doing well then, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they were showing them on Channel 4 and all sorts, weren't they? Premier League game. Well, no, not Channel 4, but what was it? Oh yeah, Amazon Prime. They had them all on that. That was good. It was good during. Oh, good evening, Wally World.
Hey, Wally, how you been?
How are you, sir? I hope you're well. I'm sure you've got a decent cup.
Oh, happy. You meant to say happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, is it Thanksgiving?
To our American friends, yeah.
Is it Thanksgiving? Oh, Willa, to our American friends, I sincerely wish you a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
if it's late in the day for you, my apologies. I hope you've had a wonderful day, and I mean that. Sincerely. Lee. Wally's getting. JWP doesn't seem as confident as he did at the Saints, in my opinion. He is getting there though, Happy. I mean, I think you're right. He kind of perhaps he felt like a bit of a small fish in a big pond. Could I say? You know, being a one club man all his life with Saints, you know, bouncing up and down from the championship and whatnot. More often than we do, obviously. But, you know, West Ham is a much bigger pond than Southampton. So maybe he felt a little bit out of his depth. Maybe he felt a little bit out of his depth.
Fine.
But he's one of doing right. I mean, listen, his confidence grows every time. And, you know, the goals he's scored, how many has he had? 2 now, is it? I think. Yeah.
Well, he's better when we play him a little bit further up the pitch. You'll see more from him. But he's one of them, mate. You know, he ain't going to take the game by the scruff of the neck. He's not going to be some superstar midfielder. But what he has got, a right foot that can win you the game because he can put it on a sixpence. And that's the beauty of it. That it can come from there, as he did against Forest. He put it on Souček's head, and he put about 3 or 4 crosses in on that day, right on the money. And that's what he can do for you. So, you've got to take it. And hopefully, you get a few more free kicks. We could win some.
That's what I'm hoping for. I want the free kicks and that. So, Essex is saying, Happy Hammerette has got so much to say.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I love it.
Lee, she's always got a lot to say to herself, mate.
Always has done. I mean, if this is the first time you've encountered her, then my advice to you is to prepare yourself for the next time, because it gets better and better and better. And without joking, she's very, very, very knowledgeable about West Ham. So
more than most,
anything,
I would say.
More than most, yeah. If you want to know anything, you can always ask her, because 99% of the time she'll have an answer for you. And if she don't know, I can guarantee her dad does.
She'll make something up. What about that?
No, but if she don't know, I'll guarantee you her dad is like a walking encyclopedia on West Ham.
Yeah.
Honest to God, he's such a nice guy. Trevor, what a great guy. And, you know, you can talk to him about a game and he'll go, oh, yeah, I was at that one. And I remember when that happened and that happened. And do you remember when that little scuffle happened over there by the exit? And I'm like, Jesus, he remembers it like a flicker book through his mind. Honestly,
Jesus, mate, I'm glad I haven't got that memory, mate. I've been scarred enough.
I'll tell you what, though, he's one knowledgeable man, mate. I'll tell you, really good guy to chat to. Good guy to have a beer with as well, to be fair. On the injury, sorry for the comment being confusing. That's previous comment. There you go. See, the spanner has spoken. You're not allowed to say sorry on this stream. One of my rules. Not allowed to say sorry. Old school hammers smoking like chimneys. Love it. We've always had a little smoke on our table when we have a chat, don't we, mate? Yeah, we always have a fag. Why not? You know, we remember the time when we could stand.
That's the world we grew up in.
Yeah, we could stand on the terraces cheering on the team having a fag.
Yeah. Jeez, I remember coming at having the half-time break, geezer, when I was playing, and I forgot the game started, and I was still smoking away on the pitch till I finished.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I remember one time we went to. There was a couple of my pals. There were no Premiership games. I think it must have been an international thing. I mean, I'm going back a long time ago. There were no Premiership games, so we ended up going to Gillingham and someone, Oxford, I think it might have been. But I mean, I'm going back like 1983, 84. So I was, was young. I was early 20s, very early 20s, probably 20. And we went to this Gillingham game because, I don't know, it was most local game to us that was actually on. So we went to it. And we was in the terraces. Loads of people were smoking on the terraces and all this, that and the other. One of the players came up to take a corner and he goes, "Here, mate, kiss a puff of your fag." Took a puff of me fag before he took the corner.
Nice.
That's how it used to be, though, didn't it? You know what I mean? Like when I used to play, I'd like run up to the manager when he had a fag. I go, "Kiss a puff on that puff."
Yeah.
Back onto the pitch. Mate.
Look, now you can't even go to a nightclub till 2 a.m. without getting kicked off the team.
I know, it's terrible, isn't it? We never used to stop drinking till about bloody 6 o'clock in the morning, and then play football at 10 on a Sunday morning.
I played many a game on Sunday morning, still half past. Many a game.
So have I. Oh, mate, yeah.
I got a bit more professional when I came here, mind you. I couldn't do that. The team I played in was a little bit a higher grade, so I weren't allowed to go on a bender the night before.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, Scotty, you ain't got to say sorry, mate. You ain't got to rewatch it. It's just a load of bollocks. No, we had a bit of a technical thing right at the very beginning. That was quite funny. All I kept hearing was like everything I said twice, everything Kieran said twice. And then I realised I had YouTube open on a separate tab with the stream going. So that's why I was hearing everything twice.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. Very, very professional. Trained by Sky and the BBC and all that,
Right.
Oh, bless. Look, Happy's asked everybody to like the stream. Yeah, like the stream, comment, and, blah, 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 and subscribe and all of that. And, well, listen, we're getting up to nearly 2 hours now, Kieran. So I think we'll start wrapping things up.
Yeah,
Before we do, who is Clips?
West Ham Clips, Scott, you'd know that, sure.
I can exclusively announce that West Ham Clips
we don't know.
Anonymous.
He sure is. He sure is. That question has been bouncing around for many years. We'll never know. I don't want to know, to be honest.
Actually, I don't know who he is. I have been in conversation with him through Messenger, obviously not vocally. I've been in conversation with him for probably the best part of a year now, and we were going to do the in crowd, and he hasn't had an opportunity to get round to it, and so on and so forth as yet.
I do know who. I know who does know though, and I'm sure he knows.
Well, he actually asked me if I wanted to know his identity, and I said no. I said no because I like the enigma of it.
Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, exactly.
I do. I like the enigma of it.
But if I did know, I'd tell everyone. I would tell everyone. I'd be on here now.
That's why I said no, because if I knew, I'd have to tell you, and if I told you, you'd tell the world.
I'll be everywhere.
I know. And occasionally Clips does come onto a stream now and again. He'll pop on, not literally on the stream.
He's on the chat here and there, isn't he?
Yeah, he gets into the chat.
I reckon.
I don't know who he is. Although, if I texted him now and asked him, "Come on and tell me who you are," within the next day or two, I'd probably get a message back telling me who he is. I don't want to know though, mate. You know.
I mean,
So,
Charlie Walsh knows. CW.
I think
Charlie
he
Walsh
does,
knows who it
and
is.
I think Adam Frankel knows as well.
No, I'm not so sure about it.
But anyway, it's not important. He's anonymous. He's clips. We'll always miss the eye candy. We came back to draw just 11 minutes, 3-3. What a game that was. Felt like the biggest
Yeah, it
victory
was.
that season. Well, I've got to be honest with you. We actually hold the record for being the only team to come from 3 goals down in 11 minutes. I think we hold the record for doing it in 11 minutes.
Yeah, it was amazing.
From 3-0 down to 3-3. What an amazing game. What an
We
amazing finish.
were so bad in that
You know,
game. In the first half, we were so bad. Yeah. It all changed when they brought on Gareth Bale, the big hero for Tottenham. He came on and it all went to shit. Brilliant.
yes, they did, didn't they? Oh dear. Hold on, I'm actually just trying to find something quickly. Where is it? No, I've got to go back that way. I don't want to go in there. I want to go this way. Oh, where are you?
Yeah. Don't start pressing buttons, it will go to shit again. You know what you like?
No, we're all right. We're all right. There it is. There it is. Right, hang on. I just want to find something very quickly. Right. I'm going to delete this afterwards, but here we go. Happy? This is for you. There you go, sweetheart. I'll leave that on the screen for a minute or so.
There's the moment.
There's the moment for you. There is the moment.
Oh, yeah, even Snodgrass there then, wasn't he? There you go.
Yeah.
Forgot about him.
Yeah, Snodgrass and 41. Yeah.
What a moment. Yeah, that was one of the greatest moments of all my years watching West Ham. That was up there. It was fantastic.
Well, this is a really nice comment. Thank you, Essex. You guys,
Cheers,
please don't go because I'm enjoying this whiskey and a beer. You
whiskey and a beer.
have a different vibe about you.
Jesus, boys.
Well, what it is, as I said,
You're just after midnight back there, geezer, aren't you?
Yes, mate. 109 is.
Yeah. Oh, what? 1 o'clock? You're just after 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm 11 in the morning.
I know you're on the coffee.
And I did just crack a beer, and it's 11 in the morning. But
bless you. Anyway, Happy, I'm going to remove your eye candy.
Yeah, remove that. The eye candy has got to go.
Yeah, at the go. There you go. Where is she? It's going to be down here somewhere. Hold on. I'm going to go past. Oh. Good night, Lee. Enjoy your new gaff. Good night, Lee. Very, very kind of you to join us, mate, Mr. Fasalo. Oh, look, he says he's going to be here to the end, just a bit drunk, maybe forget to write. But that's fine. That is fine. PCH is going.
Like,
yeah, Black Country's got to go. Look, he says, got to go. Good night. Oh, look after yourselves, people. Thank you so much for joining us, mate.
Mr. BCH.
Tap the like button on your way out if you wouldn't mind, sir. That'd be very kind of you. Wally says he remembers smoking number 6 brand cigarettes back in the 70s. Wow. Do they still have those? They were dirt cheap. No, they've gone now. There's probably only about 10 brands you can get in this country now. Marlboro have got 3 or 4 different varieties out, and they're just they don't do Embassy very well. They still do Embassy, but not number 6. Like, Embassy used to do number 6 and number 10. There was a slight difference in the thickness of the cigarettes. Weird. Right. Do either of us... Oh, question from Helen. Do either of us think that we could get relegated?
No.
No,
Not
I
at
don't think so. I'm bloody hoping not.
No.
Helen, no, I don't think we could. No,
No. You'd have to be so bad this year to get relegated with the 3 promoted teams that look favourites to go down, plus Bournemouth, plus Everton with their 10-point deduction. Even though I still think they'll survive, no problem. So no, there's no. We're gonna. I've said to the beginning of the season, I'll stick with it. Between 8th and 12th is where we're going to end up. So I don't think we're anywhere near that relegation.
Yeah. Has anyone heard of the Chaplin, wide player forward at Ipswich? Absolutely smashing it. I think we will go for a punt striker in January rather than spending a lot of money.
I don't see us buying anyone in January, to be honest.
I don't. I got to be honest. I think
I'm not sure we're buying anyone.
Yeah,
but we'll see. But I think we might be getting rid of a couple.
Yeah, and there's the response to the Lanzini picture. Shame about the twat behind him ruins the image. Yeah,
Who? Snodgrass?
Snodgrass, yeah, bless him. Always liked him. HRH perving over deck. Oh, look, the response to that for me. Right, sorry, lads, but why are you on the West Ham network? I ain't been around for 4 weeks-ish. Sorry for my ignorance. Right, well, basically, earlier in the year, no, it was last year, Kieran and I were asked by Anton and Russ if we would like to do a little regular slot on West Ham Network, just Old School Hammers. We are actually sponsored by Old School FC, which is Cass Pennant's clothing brand. So they asked us if we would do it. We did a few. They were quite good. We quite enjoyed it. A few people enjoyed it. And they invited us back after a lot of things had gone on, like we lost Peach, and that kind of affected me. I didn't want to do any streams, stuff like that. But then, yeah, we've come back last week and this week, and we're hoping to do a few more, providing the network keep having us on. That's why we're on the network. We're featuring Old School Hammers, which is, as I said, sponsored by Old School FC.
Yeah, and we're waiting for a T-shirt each.
We are, aren't we? Yeah.
We'll be waiting a long time.
I bet you get yours before I do. And while we're on the subject of Old School FC, let me just quickly throw this little video in. And there it is. And there's the answer for you as well, Lee. Look, the network lend their platform to a few different hosts. Great variety. Yeah. None of them are as old and grey as us, are they, mate?
Spice of life, mate. Variety.
Yeah. Green Street elevated too. Yeah, we've picked that up a little bit. As I said, I've got the in crowd starting on Sunday morning, 10:30, with Ginger, Andy Carroll, if you know who that is. It's great to see West Ham channels getting together. It pleases my heart, to be fair. Thank you for the information, HH, Budgie, and Kieran. Not a problem, Lee. And to be fair, this is what we've always strived for. I mean, Kieran does a bit with Hams Fans United. He also does a bit with the disabled team, which is the Leeds United fan channel. Does a bit with us, a bit on Green Street Elites with me. You know, Kieran's very flexible, as you can tell. He's an athlete. Look at him in the prime of his life.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, and you know, like as you already know, because you subscribe, you know, Anton and Russ, they're very accommodating people, very accommodating, and yeah, I mean, they've given me the keys to the studio. I could do whatever I wanted and ruin their reputation if I wanted to. Probably already have, but no. All joking aside, though, yeah, it's great. We like having this collaboration. It's brilliant, and you know, I'm also thinking about streaming this live on Green Street Elites simultaneously as well when I can figure out how to do it. Right, this is in Lancashire. Appreciating the ongoing dialogue and mugging off that happy we can't keep up with her banter. Oh, mate, you want to be in the Carpenters with her, or you know, your way to the Carpenters from the station with her. The banter's always there, and the information's always there as well. Fantastic banter, honestly, great.
Even if she can't reach the bar when she gets there. I'll get her a stool to stand on.
Yeah. And yeah, talking of other channels, there's a good friend of ours, Gatesy, the West Ham Massive, he's on, formerly of the Falls from Iron channel. He calls her short stack. Now, I just had to put that in. I'm sorry, but I had to. I just find that it makes me chuckle inside when he says it. It's really funny. Good evening, Cyber. How are you, Mo? I hope you are well, sir.
Wait, does anybody sleep over there anymore?
No, not when we're live. Not when we're live. Everybody stays awake when we're live, mate.
You're welcome, HH. You're welcome.
You know what will happen? We'll end up with Becca and Affers in a minute. They'll probably turn up in a minute.
Yeah, they've all got strange hours.
Oh, Cyber, why were you not allowed the LS, mate? You didn't streak across the pitch or anything. I know that much. So, you know, what could it be? Happy says she doesn't sleep, which is, I can vouch for that. I can vouch for that. At 3 o'clock in the morning, you hear the occasional bing or bloop or whatever it is. Right. So, long. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, tell me that when we're in the pub next. Okie dokie. Right. Well, look, guys, we have been going for 2 hours, 9 minutes. We're probably going to have to stick another pound in the meter. It's been a pleasure chatting with you, Kieran.
And you,
pleasure chatting with everybody in the comments. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for all your comments. They've been brilliant. Sorry, I missed out quite a few of them as well. Sorry about the fuck up at the beginning of the show, but that's me. Me and technology. We're not good friends. Love the banter everyone gives. You all made my day. Maybe it's the booze talking. I don't know. I'm kidding. Laugh at that. Look, listen, there's always banter. Always.
Good to have you on, mate. Always good to have you on, bro.
Yeah. Cyber says we've been going for 3 hours. 11. It's 1 o'clock. No, hour and 20 minutes we've been going, mate, or hour and 10 minutes actually, because I was late starting. Right, guys, girls, everybody, thank you very much. Great stream tonight, legends. Thank you for the company, chat. Great.
Yeah.
Let's get 3 points. Come on, you irons.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Let's
like
get
as
3
you leave.
points.
Thank you very much for that. Happy. Love that. Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody. Good night. Good night. Queensland.
Cheers, Jamesy.
And the kookaburras.
Yeah. Haven't
Yeah,
had them around lately.
sorry you didn't tune in earlier. And yeah, Stibes, that's great. No problem. Thank you very much. No problem at all. Right, boys, girls, it's time we did one. So have a good night. Take care. Gonna play a little video. Take us out. See you later, guys. Bye now.
See you later.